All right, team, we've got a tough case on our hands. The patient presents with granuloma, epicellaritis, and adenoiditis. What are we thinking?
I'm thinking we should just list the most interesting of the symptoms rather than 3 random ones. We can barely pack one of those long words into this tight room.
Well said.
Fine. The patient has a granuloma, like epicellaritic adenoiditic symptom coming out of their ass that work for you?
Those symptoms could indicate a range of diagnoses. It might be an autoimmune condition of some sort.
I'm leaning towards a systemic disease causing these symptoms. Possibly something like lupus or sarcoidosis.
I agree with Leslie. It could be a systemic issue affecting different parts of the body.
It could also be an inflammatory response triggering these symptoms. Maybe something related to the immune system.
Enough of this speculation. The correct diagnosis is alopecia universalis. And the treatment we need to perform is parathyroidectomy.
Parathyroidectomy. But that's a risky procedure, Hawks.
Are you sure about this, Dr. Hawks? We're risking the patient's life here.
I don't know. This seems a bit extreme, even for someone presenting with those symptoms.
I'm not sure about this, Hawks. Are you absolutely certain?
I don't care if it's risky. We have to do this. It's the only way to save the patient. Prepare for the surgery. We're going in. Fuck me, your room's tight too. Reminds me of your tight...
Shut up. I've heard that at least 3 times in one morning.
And, allegedly, last night as well.
Do you have anything else to say? Or are you just trying to further convince me I should fire you so you can live your lifelong dream of being a washed-up comic?
Tracy, I believe we need to perform a parathyroidectomy on my patient. He's exhibiting symptoms that suggest alopecia universalis.
Hawks, are you sure about this? It's a major surgery and the risks are high.
I've been in this field for years, Tracy. I know what I'm doing.
But Hawks, you have a history of jumping to conclusions. Remember the last time you misdiagnosed a patient?
That was one time. You can't keep bringing that up to question my expertise.
One time? I can think of at least 117 prior mishaps, but neither of us have time to jot over them.
There's some easy ones, like the cranioectomy.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Shit! Now I've got brain rot. Look, I'm just trying to make sure we don't make a mistake here. Let's reevaluate the options before rushing into surgery.
I know what's best for my patient, Tracy. Trust me on this.
Leslie, I just checked on the patient post. Parathyroidectomy and their condition is critical. We need to act fast.
Oh no, that's terrible. What do you suggest we do next?
I'm going to wheel them back to our previous hospital. This claustrophobia is not good for their unconscious state.
Frank, the patient is going to be unconscious whether they're in this room or stretching their arms for freedom in the garbage can out back. We can do better. What else are you thinking?
I think we need to inform Hawks that the parathyroidectomy was not the correct treatment for alopecia universalis. He needs to know the truth.
Wait, shouldn't we focus on stabilizing the patient first? Hawks can be informed later. The priority is the patient's well-being.
I understand your concern, Leslie, but we can't keep this information from Hawks for too long. We need to come up with a plan on how to handle this situation.
I get that, Frank, but let's make sure the patient is stable and then we can figure out the best way to approach Hawks. Their health is what matters the most right now.
What the hell were you thinking? You almost killed the patient with your incompetence.
Can you keep your yelling down to minimum? These freshly built walls are paper thin.
I can. In exchange for that, can you not be an idiot for more than 5 minutes?
We thought we had the right diagnosis, Hawks. We did our best.
Maybe we should have consulted more before going into surgery.
I still believe our diagnosis was correct. It was just a tricky case.
I have to agree with Frank on this one. We can't always get it right.
You call that doing your best? You call that just a tricky case? You call that... Can't always get it right. You're out the correct diagnosis yourselves. I'm out.
Well, this is going to be tricky. The whiteboard takes up a ton of space and half of us are blocking it. How do we get anything done here?
I don't even have enough room to sneak a fart in these tight pants.
Frank, When we worked at the previous hospital, there was an average of 150 employees and about 400 patients occupying the entire building. We were forced to bring literally everybody over here to continue business as normal. Everybody has been dealing with the same problem, cramped spaces. Even if I had no time to talk to each person, I can guarantee you that none of them could tell me who asked.
So, Johnson, how's everything outside the hospital going for you?
Oh, same old, same old. Trying to balance work and personal life, but it's not easy. I miss when we had a kitchen at the previous hospital.
We're probably better being without it. The amount of fires we've had is ridiculous.
Try ordering one of those big-ass chicken sandwiches. Tell me you'd prefer that over the old cafeteria.
Johnson, the bar is so low that I would rather have shit tartare than anything from that old places. We're practically paying $6 for gourmet food with the vending machines. Annie, I've been analyzing this case we have, and I think I've got it.
Already? That was quick. What did you find?
It's a rare condition called hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. I just need to confirm a few more tests to be sure.
Wow, that's impressive, Hawks. Well, I guess I'll leave you to it then. Good luck with the patient.
Focused on the case. Thanks, Johnson. See you later. I've made a breakthrough. Forget alopecia universalis. It's organic acidemia that we're dealing with here.
Bullshit. Thanks to these walls. We all heard from you in the cafeteria telling Johnson it was lymphohistiocytosis.
Yeah. What's the real diagnosis?
Organic acidemia is the correct answer. I just told Johnson the wrong one so he couldn't steal one of my good ideas.
Hawks, what are you doing storming in here without protective gear? You should know better.
This is reckless, Hawks. You're putting yourself and the patients at risk.
Color me surprised? Nobody raises objection to me being a gatekeeper. Anyway, the prognosis for organic acidemia is not good, but with early detection and treatment we can make a difference.
I don't know, Hawks. This seems like a stretch. Are you sure about this new diagnosis?
Organic acidemia is a serious condition. We need to be cautious and thorough in our approach. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Do we really want to waste another 5 minutes explaining why lymphohistiocytosis is wrong when the patient nearly croaks? We need to act quickly to save lives.
All right, let's run some tests and confirm Hawks' diagnosis. We can't afford to make mistakes in a place like this.
Agreed. Let's get to work and figure this out. Lives are on the line.
Tracy, I finally got to the bottom of the patient's condition. It was a tough one, but we got the right diagnosis in the end.
Congratulations, Hawks. That's great news.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been such a mess if I didn't have a bunch of incompetent doctors on my team.
What do you mean by that? You're the one who initially misdiagnosed the patient.
Well, my team's diagnostics could have been better.
You can't shift the blame, Hawks. You made the call.
Stands up abruptly, I don't have time for this.
I'll see you later, Tracy.